Alright then, not much to waste your time with before I start this one, so let's just get into it, shall we? Paleotrex, the first in a new line of weaponizers that annoyingly enough get renamed each line to something new. This time, the Fossilizers. And yes, I do say it Paleotrex because Paleotrex sounds so much worse. This is a truly bizarre design. It bucks just about every convention that the rest of the line has. No blast effect pegs, basically no siege ports, and well, a clearly unique appearance. I think this is really cool for what it is. One thing you are going to notice is the feet. They are tiny, they barely work, and I think mine are mismanufactured. It seems to me like the heel spurs are supposed to go on the outside of the feet, but that puts these weird pegs I haven't found a use for on the outside as well. I think this might be a woman, which is another reason I call it Paleotrex. It doesn't much look like a woman, but it's got some dummy thick thighs, a very slender build, plus its head brings its own brand of bonkers. This has two different faces, and one of them greatly reminds me of Nightbird. Also, this is something I say all the time, we need more transforming heads like this in these lines. It makes me wonder if this character is supposed to be a spy like Counterpuncher Sideways. Could just be a battle mask though or something like that. You might notice I'm holding this a little strange, and that's because the head can do this. This is letting me show you this in a much easier way than most figures. One thing I really like about this is the facial articulation. You can get some nightmarish facial expressions out of this. Why is this head based on Primal's flail if it's a Predacon? Did Primal decapitate one of the Preds and use their severed brain compartment as a weapon? Also, no spring for the flail head? Bad show. Posability for this figure is very good, but quite strange. There are tons of redundant joints on it. One big frustration outside the feet that don't work is the fact that the hands pop off their mushroom pegs with little to no effort. For some reason they are of this new double-tiered design that's been going around on the rest of the Kingdom figures. I'm curious as to what advantages this supposedly has over normal mushroom pegs, because they definitely don't retain better. They've got all the typical posability of a War for Cybertron figure with the notable absence of ankle tilts, but with the added benefit of an ab crunch if you unpeg the back. So I'd say it's kind of a mild loss and a big gain, when the feet are already kinda useless and an ankle tilt wouldn't really have helped. It's also got much stronger than usual range on the head with a more than average tilt up, and if you treat the mask like the face, you can cheat it even further. You know what, Paleotrex looks like a Scooby-Doo villain. One thing that you can do to counteract how much the feet suck is to peg the end of the tail into the back of one of the feet to give them one heel as long as their leg is tall. Transformation on this guy isn't. Flat out, there's just not one this time, even more so than the rest of the weaponizers or the modulators. There's nothing that even resembles a transformation here. It's just rip it to pieces and then put it back together differently. Before I get into the actual official alt load, I'd like to point out that this guy's weird design allows you to take their non-transformation and create some real and true abominations. Like this thing wandering straight in from out of your nightmares. Or this horrible chicken beast that wants to consume your soul. Or this very, very long boy. In fact, this might be the longest boy. The sheer size of this, coupled with the thinness and lightness of the plastic, makes it feel incredibly strange. So during the actual transformation, the head only makes the barest attempt at hiding inside the dino dome. And remembering how the thighs attach is easily the hardest part of the whole ordeal. Finally, here we have what I think is this thing's best official alt mode, the Bone Dinosaur. Gotta say, mine's knees are exceptionally weak, and I think they've only become less sturdy since I got it. They can't even begin to support the weight of the figure. So what I do is I rotate them so they bend sideways and use his heels as the plug-in points for the body. Works much better. It wasn't until just now that I noticed that there's a hinge joint here. Ultimately, this figure looks fantastic in this mode. This might be the most articulated model T-Rex skeleton there is. As scary as the rest of the figure was, this mode is actually really easy to make look cute. Unfortunately, any attempt at a Grimlock stance just isn't in the cards for them, because this is the best they can do. I really wish the head could rotate too. As it is, you can only get forward-looking poses. There is one other aspect of this figure we need to get into, and that's the weaponizing part. This figure is both awesome and strange in that department. On the one hand, the weapons they make tend to look pretty sick. On the other, they are made of bone, so who knows how that's going to work. I mean, I know Megatron was run through by a piece of pipe in Earthrise, but I still don't expect bone to go through metal. So you can make this sweet-looking battle axe, or this sweet-looking battle axe. But I got one problem. What's with this split? It makes it look like it could fold out into a two-sided axe, but no, as you can see by the sprue here and the lack of a joint, that can't happen. So really, it's just taunting me. You can also make this axe just go up and up and up and up and up if you need more reach or chopping power, or your enemies agree to stand an exact distance away from you. You can take the normal axe, flip it upside down, and you get this pretty metal sword. Do this and it kind of looks like a crazy gun. Little buckler shield. Creepy mace. Sick-ass dino head claw. Dino spear. Dino spear axe combo. Horrible dino snake skeleton. Awesome creepy extra back-mounted set of arms. Maximize your limbs. Vishnu your enemies to death. Get so back-heavy no figure can stand. This is probably my favorite of the weaponizers now. Is it the best one? I don't know. The transformation is easily the worst one, but because it's 100% parts warming, the LEGO aspect is completely unbound. The insanity you can get up to with this is near unrivaled. It absolutely won't be for everyone, but I think if this looks good to you right now, you won't be disappointed. And that's not half what I have to say, but it's enough of what I have to say. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to take it a step further, then please share this video with any friend you think may be interested. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me waste your time.